welcome to the deep dive. There's something like 200 billion creators out there now.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely. And just creating more content, shouting louder, it really isn't cutting it anymore.
No way.
So the big challenge for anyone building what we call a people-first brand, if you're a coach, an author, maybe a solopreneur, a thought leader, is how do you actually stand out? How do you gain real influence? Well, today we're diving deep into something we're calling the invisible engine. It's about how AI PR is sort of quietly powering the growth behind the creator economy and knowledge brands.
An invisible engine. I like that.
Yeah. Our mission today is really to unpack how artificial intelligence is changing the game, reshaping that path to visibility, and importantly, making high-level media exposure potentially accessible to you.
That's the exciting part.
So, okay, let's start there. AI PR. It's fundamentally about more than just, social media likes or followers. Right?
No, absolutely.
It's about using tech to amplify your personal brand way beyond your current followers.
Yeah.
Getting you featured, maybe in mainstream media. That's where real authority often gets built.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating, I think, is how the AI does this. It's not just like a glorified search bar.
Right.
We're talking about AI using natural language processing, NLP, to really understand the nuances of your specific content.
Okay.
And machine learning to predict which media outlets are actually likely to cover certain topics, and even generative AI, drafting initial pitch ideas that sound authentic.
Wow.
This tech can pinpoint what we'd call PR-worthy moments. Maybe you launched a new course or hit a big milestone, or perhaps you just have a really timely, unique take on a trend happening right now.
Stuff that might get overlooked otherwise.
Potentially, yeah. And here's what I think is the real game changer. The AI builds these incredibly targeted media lists. It's all based on niche relevance, not just spraying pitches everywhere hoping for mass reach.
So quality over quantity.
Precisely. Imagine AI scanning basically everything you've put out there, your blog posts, your videos, your podcast appearances, cross-referencing it with news trends in real time, analyzing what specific journalists have written about before, to find the perfect angle that matches your expertise with their interest. That's a level of detail. Well, a human publicist on their own would struggle to match that scale and speed.
That's incredible. So, okay, think about creators then. Many have built their audience mainly on, say, Instagram or YouTube. How does this AI-driven PR help them kind of leapfrog, get onto bigger stages, change how they grow their audience?
Right. This is where we're seeing a really fundamental shift. It's creating what some are calling the new subscriber funnel.
Okay, the new subscriber funnel.
Yeah. It relies less on, traditional paid ads and much more on authentic validation from third parties.
Ah, like guest appearances.
Exactly. Suddenly, being a guest on podcasts, doing interviews on relevant niche shows, getting featured in industry publications, these become absolutely critical for expanding your audience.
Because it's credible.
It's incredibly credible. When, a major publication quotes you or you appear on a well-respected podcast, it's not just reaching that specific audience, that external validation. It instantly boosts your perceived status. We've genuinely seen case studies creators who've managed to 10x their visibility. And this leads to real results, boosting course sales, even landing book deals. And often this happens without them hiring a traditional expensive publicist. It's about building trust, but at scale.
And I guess the data must support this too, beyond just the anecdotes.
Oh, definitely. That kind of media coverage, it directly fuels your organic SEO. Google sees those authoritative links.
Right.
It drives up brand mentions across the web, people talking about you. And crucially, it leads to higher conversion rates for your digital products or services.
Yeah.
It's not just about feeling good seeing your name out there.
It hits the bottom line.
Exactly. It's measurable.
So you mentioned timing earlier. Why is this AI PR becoming so relevant now?
Well, think about that number you start with, over 200 million creators globally.
It's a crowded space.
Incredibly crowded. The competition for attention is just fierce. Simply creating more content often isn't the answer anymore for standing out.
So AI PR is like a secret weapon.
You could call it that. It helps creators transition from just being, content makers to becoming recognized category leaders in their specific niche. And creator-led brands, people-first brands, they're actually perfectly positioned for this because their personal story, their expertise is the core asset. The AI helps them frame and pitch that story effectively, getting it to the right journalists, the ones who genuinely care about that specific message.
Makes sense.
Of course, it's important to remember the AI is a tool, a very powerful one, yes, but it still needs your unique story, your insights, your expertise to work with. It amplifies. It doesn't invent from nothing.
Right. It enhances the human element. It doesn't replace it. So wrapping this up then, what does this mean for you, the listener, the creator, trying to navigate this? It seems clear AI PR is really emerging as this vital engine. It offers a pathway to the kind of authority and visibility needed to genuinely cut through the noise.
I think that's right.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. Consider how this quiet, almost invisible engine might keep reshaping what we even mean by influence or market leadership for individuals in the coming years. It could be putting real significant impact within reach for many, many more creators than ever before.